Greetings. Thank you for joining the Earth Angels Writing YouTube channel. I'm back delivering weekly spiritual messages based off of the times we are now living in and covering trending news and topics. If you would like to subscribe, go ahead and do that now. If you would like to hit the notification bell, you may do that as well. Okay, I'm a little late with this one, but I really wanted to come on and talk about Chris Brown comments towards black women or darker skinned black women and the backlash that he received. I first want to start off by saying that I wholeheartedly disagree with the comment that he said. It was totally not right. It was totally not right. And even though we know Chris Brown is really like out of his mind and on those drugs, and when you are on drugs, it affects how you mentally think. I know some people who've even became bipolar. So maybe he's suffering from that. I don't know. But it seems like he is on some type of substance abuse. That still doesn't excuse what he said. Now, the comment wasn't all that, but I get the understand. I get the backlash. I get why everyone was kind of reacted to it. Now, what I will say is I see some hypocrisy, and I just have to point it out. And what I mean is I see all of these women, black women, and I'm sure with a lot of darker skinned women, who really was voicing how they felt about that comment about him saying he only like darker or black women with good hair. Yeah, it's really hard for me to take you seriously when you got quote unquote good hair in your head that belongs to somebody else. And I'm just going to have to keep it real. I love my sisters. I love dark skinned women. I'm brown skin complexion, and I've always wanted to be dark skinned. I just think they are so beautiful, not putting down any other color or nothing like that or making comparison. I just always felt like they were so unique and exotic and beautiful, and I just really like that skin tone. And I get it. I grew up where, the first person to call a darker skinned person, or especially women, ugly or darky, it's other black people. That's the first one I heard it. And I grew up in a biracial neighborhood, a mixed, diverse neighborhood in school. And I've never heard another race call black people out of their name other than other black people. I'm not saying they wasn't doing it. I'm just saying I never heard it. Mostly, they the first one to call you black and ugly. It's probably your own mama, people in your family, the first person to say, but you're black. Always referencing to your color. So I get it why darker skinned people would kind of grow up with a complex when everybody is telling them that. But it's not the truth. It's really not the truth. Yet, like I have to say, I see both sides of it. Not condoning Chris Brown comment, And what it brought, the comment itself wasn't really the problem. I guess it's the connotation behind it and the meaning behind it and the pain that it brought behind it. Yeah, it's kind of hard to say. And I was seeing people comment saying it's no such thing as good hair. Then why do they go get extensions with somebody of a different hair texture, which resembling the hair texture that he is saying that is good hair? You see the dysfunction in the black community. We got black men of lighter skin complexion saying they don't like darker skinned women unless they got good hair. We have darker skinned women and black women being offended by that, all while wearing a hair texture of another woman, what she is referring to as good hair. So it's just hard for me to take it seriously. Okay? Because if you are so into woman empowerment and empowering darker skinned women, wear your own darker skinned hair. Wear your own hair. Or if you want to put, you saying it's protective styles, these ain't protective styles. These is your lifestyle. If you got that weave in 90% of the time, I got cousins, I done ain't seen their hair in 20 years, they real hair. This is not a protective style. This is your lifestyle. And I'm not trying to put people down that wear weaves. I've wore weave before, but I can count on my hand. It's been about 5 times. And it's usually when I've gotten my hair braided. But in the past 15-something years, I have not had weave in my hair. And it's not because I'm like on this natural movement or I'm against the weave. It's just, you know, I guess, you know, growing up in the 90s, people did wear weave, but we was always into our cuts and our style. So it just wasn't really in me so much to wear weave. It's like a personal preference. So I'm not about to say I'm putting down women who wear weave or none of that. I do have a problem with people who wear weave 90% of the time. I do. And you're not in the entertainment industry. You're not on the road. You know, you're not an actress where you need to wear wig or weave for a certain role. You just, every day you see them on the Instagram and they got weave on. But it's not just weave where it's your texture or you got the weave from somebody else's texture. You got a whole different texture. So why? Why is it a whole different texture who people consider good hair? Brazilian hair, Indian women hair. Y'all tell me some of the hairs, you know, the kind of the silky hair that they get underneath. Why did that texture, if you're trying to say that you got a problem with this good hair mentality and all the hurt that it bring and all the pain that it bring, but it don't bring you the pain when you see it on another black woman's head all the time, or when you put it on your hair, or it don't bring you the pain when Nicki Minaj bleaches her whole body to 5-stage lighter, you still support her. Yet somebody making a comment that they like somebody with good hair, she's embodying all of that mentality for the simple fact that she's changed her old color. She lightened up her color. So what message is that sending to black girls or darker skinned black girls and women? So I don't know. I get both sides. I don't agree with none of it, okay? That's what I'm trying to say. I don't agree with nothing. I don't agree with Chris Brown said about no good hair. And I don't agree with all this 100%, 95% of the time people wearing weave, black women wearing weave on their hair of a different texture. You can get me if it's the, you know, you got your natural style and then, okay, you went and got some of the synthetic kinky hair, you know, and you want to just add some value, but it's still your same texture. But for one to wear somebody else's human DNA on your head, I'm not with. And then it's not even your texture. So what is that saying? I mean, I'm reading the messages. I'm picking up subliminal. That's telling me that you like good hair, right? It's telling me you like a certain texture of hair on your head as a black woman. And all he said is he like a black woman with a certain type of texture hair too. So everybody just check themselves. Because it's so easy to throw rocks when we live in glass houses. I've lived in the glass houses too. You know, I can't even really remember, but I'm not going to try to act innocent. I'm pretty sure I might have said good hair. I might have said it in reference to a man. Maybe I said, oh, back in the day when I was ignorant. Maybe I said something like, oh, he got the curly, nice hair. I'm not going to sit up here and say that I've never said that. Yeah, but making it my platform where I'm going to promote that type of lifestyle and put it on my head and cover up my hair with some Brazilian hair, that is saying that hair texture is better than yours. And I get it. You're not consciously saying that. That's what it's telling other races. They just not going to tell you that. That's the message it's sending out in the world. That's why us as black men and women, especially black women, we don't get the respect that we deserve. Because we're not willing to love ourselves and respect ourselves as a whole. As a whole. I'm going to leave the comments on. Please don't start putting down, okay, I got a problem with people wearing weave and all of that. No. Because that's going to be your emotions talking. You just talking straight from the hip. Hear what I'm saying. Because I'm saying it all out of love. I know you want to look good. I know you say it's a hairstyle. I know you feel beautiful in it, but it's not your hair. And I'm sorry that the only way you feel your best is when you got somebody else's good hair, the hair that they call good hair, on your head. You got it on your head. Some of y'all who was making videos and comments about Chris Brown had the same good hair in your head at the time you was telling him not to mention this good hair. And what I'm saying is start loving yourself. Because I believe if you was a darker skinned woman and you loved yourself, that little comment really wouldn't have bothered you. You know, because you loving yourself, you loving your skin color, you loving your hair. And even if I'm saying that you got weave on, if you a really strong sister and you know that you love yourself, you ain't going to be bothered by me saying what 90% of the other women is doing and feeling. You're not going to be worried about it. It's the hit dogs that will holler. Okay? And all I'm saying is start loving yourself. It starts there. Now let's go to, what was her name? Tokyo Tony. I feel like she definitely was trying to clout chase. Because if you knew that he was doing that, see, I have a problem with people not checking Satan in other people. Especially if you feel like you so concerned and it's an issue. And you of a darker skinned woman. If he said that, you know he did that. Because I never knew he was doing that. This is the first that I'm hearing of it when it went viral. Then did you ever say something to him? You know, okay, so maybe she felt like I don't want to be saying something to him. You know, I don't know him like that. Okay, well then don't wait for everybody else to say something. Because maybe if C would have checked him then, he would have not put it in the song. See, people are not checking other people. And I'm not saying checking them in a way that you're going to confront them and cuss them out. But just putting it in check like, you know, hey, Chris, you know, I love your music. She could have just sent him a DM whether he ever seen it or not. I love your music, but I did hear something about you all. You know, my friends with the club and you said darky, you know, that's really not cool. And then let it go. Because if you didn't want to say something then, when you knew before everybody else knew, then don't say nothing now. I mean, I just kind of question people who do that, especially when you know that you got somewhat of a platform. And that's very offensive if people are at the clubs and he's saying no darky. That's way worse than the comment that's in the song, no darky. I mean, I definitely would have said something to them that night. I mean, I would have said something, and I don't even have no big platform. I would have slid right into Chris Brown DM. I DM a lot of celebrities who don't know me, and I say exactly what I need to say, whether they read it or not. Because I feel like if I see something, I'm going to say something. I don't need to wait for it's viral and everybody. I got a million people behind me. I'm standing with the Lord. That's all I need to be behind me. Okay, so and some of y'all, the Lord is sending for you to say something. You don't know if you came across that information because you should be the one to put that person in check, to guide them towards another way, or to stop it. But y'all keep letting Satan get ahead of y'all. By the time it goes viral, the problem then already got ahead of you. Okay, you know what I'm saying? He had been hurting doing that to people and hurting people. So, and it's a lot of people that, you know, has been hurt by that. And I seen that they were saying like Kelly was supporting him. Probably because Kelly, so many people done that to Kelly, including Beyonce, as her dad is talking about how they did Kelly, and it was solely based off her skin color. I don't even think Kelly has really came to terms with that. That they really did her dirty and didn't do her right because of her skin color. And I know one of the other girls that was in this Destiny Child, the original Destiny Child, is her name Latavia? Remember when they came out, guys? Go back and look at her pictures. She was darker skinned. Everything that I saw when they came out in the 90s, I thought that was a darker brown skinned, beautiful girl. She was on what was it called? R&B Divas, and she was lighter skinned. So naturally, we assume, you know, a lot of people assume from the 90s she had bleached her skin. And so I believe it all came out at the reunion that Wendy Wendy going to ask the real question. She asked her, about her skin complexion, and she showed a picture of her mom, and she looked just like her mom. And she said that, I can't remember if she said it came from Beyonce dad or who, but somebody on Destiny's Child management team, and we could have to assume that it came from somewhere higher, strongly advised her to stay tan. I can't remember why she said why, but come on now, we could read between the lines, because they probably want Beyonce to pop out as like the only lighter skinned girl in that group, because they know that the type of world we living in and that type of music industry, which Beyonce dad is talking about, and now I won't say he's exposing it, but he's definitely talking about it, is that they're going to push somebody of lighter skin complexion. And so I guess if it was two of them and, he trying to make his daughter the star, okay, you need to bleach not bleach your skin, but stay tan. And you can get really tan if you stay out in the sun. I've known full-grown white people standing in that sun, they looking like they a brown-skinned black girl. So, that sun would definitely put that color to you. So I was just shocked to hear that. So all I'm going to say is, I get what you all are saying. I know it's painful and hurtful. I'm just coming to you as another black woman, as a sister that really loves you. Y'all really need to start wearing that weed 24/7. Some of the black men have tried to say it. It's like you can't say nothing to black women because they get so defensive. They get so emotional. And that's just the Satan in you. I used to be like that too. People used to try to give me criticism or tell me something for my own good, and I'm just putting my hands on my hip. I'm not even hearing nothing they saying. Everything that they saying, I'm feeling that is an attack. And that was Satan. As I became more mature, let go a lot of that anger, and start connecting with the Creator, with the Lord, then I was able to really see things for what they are. Everybody is not trying to say something to be against you. And I think when a lot of those black men were saying, I think who said it? Might have been Meek Mill who said something. I don't think they saying it as if they're trying to attack you. They really want to see your real hair. I mean, your hair is so much part of a woman's beauty. And I believe, like, if a man is in love with you, why wouldn't he want to rub his fingers through your hair? Why wouldn't he want to do that? Versus he got to run it through back in the day to be the tracks. Or now you got to take off your wig all the time. Like, they got it on 24/7. It ain't just styles. It's 24/7.